So here's a question for this room. What exactly is an entrepreneur? The definition describes an entrepreneur as somebody who organizes and operates a business, taking on more than normal financial risks and often achieving much more success than was expected. Our next award is all about celebrating a lifetime of achievement in the entrepreneurial spirit. Here to present the Lifetime Aviation Entrepreneur Award, please welcome Mike Rossi from Directional Aviation.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you an aviator who has been involved in every facet of corporate aviation for the past 37 years. He has demonstrated an extraordinary vision for our industry that has always resulted in his companies being on the cutting edge of creating a more efficient or innovative way to better service companies and individuals. As a pilot with over 9,000 flight hours in a multitude of corporate aircraft types, a builder of 11 different aviation companies, and a creator of career opportunities for thousands of professional employees in corporate aviation, he has proven that his entrepreneur and leadership skills are second to none. As the program states, and the video will show, his passion for corporate aviation is what truly sets him apart. The passion is at the core of his unbelievable drive and his successful accomplishments. In addition to this unique skill set, as a compassionate person, has allowed him and those around him to achieve not only business goals, but personal goals. If you get the time, you should read his book titled Management by Trust, which highlights his proven management principles. I have been fortunate to be involved in his aviation journey for the last 35 years, and it has truly been an amazing ride. When you look at his career, full of outstanding achievements in corporate aviation, it is easy to understand why he was chosen as this year's recipient of the Lifetime Aviation Entrepreneur Award. My good friend and partner, Kenn Ricci. Thank you. Now please enjoy the video.
Kenn Ricci's into aviation more than I think most people are into their industry. I liken him to Mark Zuckerberg into Facebook because he lives and breathes airplanes. Everything that he thinks about is from how can we do it better, how can we do it differently. The Next Step program in and of itself, I mean, that was his brainchild years and years ago. Fractional jet, revolutionizing a stagnant industry. Even how we treat people, absolutely.
Kenn has this innate ability to see opportunities that other people couldn't have even imagined. It's the ability to identify unique product niches and then take that creative spark and evolve it into a fully functional enterprise. He's done this on multiple, literally over and over again. We've seen him do this with various aspects of our industry, but probably 7, 8, 9, 10 times he's taken the creative spark for a company and evolved it into a truly successful enterprise.
Kenn has revitalized and re-engineered, if you will, the private aviation industry specifically. New products, new services, new ways of doing business, new ways of operating a company that works in the private aviation industry.
He's always thinking. He's always looking for an opportunity to expand and change the aviation community. I would say he is somebody that's fun to be around from the point of he's a visionary.
Kenn has an out-of-the-box view of the world and will always challenge you to look at things not the way you would normally look at them, but in a unique way, and see where the unique opportunities lie. Something he has from day one always brought to the conversation, continues to do today.
He will always ask you the contrary question, even if it's just to be provocative. And I think he makes you think outside the box.
Oh, yeah, his heart, his passion is clearly here, right? He started as a pilot. He's never lost his pilot roots. I mean, he gets that, but I think his true calling was as a business leader, and it's kind of been fun to watch.
From my perspective, Kenn Ricci's amazing. I think if you picked a business term, it'd be innovative, but that doesn't speak strongly enough to his capabilities.
A highly respected professional aviator and entrepreneur, Kenn Ricci has a unique talent for seeing the business potential in every aspect of private air travel. And it's that pioneering vision that led him to create Directional Aviation Capital and its portfolio of companies. Through Kenn's leadership, business acumen, and passion, Directional Aviation Capital has become a multi-billion-dollar force in private aviation. Across its member companies, Directional Aviation Capital offers services that include aircraft management, fractional ownership, aircraft remanufacturing, charter, jet cards, and cabin design, just to name a few. These companies employ more than 2,200 employees and bring in over $1.5 billion in annual revenue. Under Kenn's leadership, the Directional Aviation Capital family serves over 70 countries globally and logs more than 175,000 annual flight hours. Several of the Directional Aviation Capital companies have had significant impact on the private aviation industry, including pioneering partnerships with aircraft manufacturers. In 2015, Kenn orchestrated one of the largest deals in private aviation history when he secured FlexJet as the exclusive fractional launch partner of the highly anticipated Gulfstream G500 as part of a 50-aircraft order. Outside of his business successes, Kenn is an active philanthropist and is involved in numerous charitable causes. In 2015, the Ricci Family Foundation contributed funds and a SkyAero L600 to support the Able Flight program at Purdue Polytechnic Institute. Able Flight offers people with disabilities, many of them military veterans, the ability to challenge themselves through flight and aviation career training. Looking back, it's clear that no matter what Kenn achieves, he always manages to surpass his past accomplishments. And if history is any indication of what will come next, the most significant chapter of Kenn's career is still yet to be written.
I think when I look back at how Kenn and I have managed companies and people, we've always told ourselves we're making decisions for thousands of employees.
He's passionate too. Okay, he's passionate, and he's compassionate with people.
He's really a visionary. He's brilliant. He's kind.
It's those kind of things that makes you want to work for Kenn, alongside him, and try to take his ideas and make them become reality.
Who is more deserving than you? You are a legend, and you deserve it. And the best thing is that you haven't changed a bit.
Retirement, never gonna happen.
But I know there's going to be something, I can tell you that. I've been with him long enough to know that something's going to happen, okay? It's going to be big, and we're not going to expect it.
Presenting the Lifetime Aviation Entrepreneur Award, please welcome the one and only living legend, Stephen Udvar-Hazy.
Kenn, come on out. Don't be shy. Kenn, I would like to present to you the Lifetime Aviation Entrepreneur Award for your many achievements, your innovation, your leadership, flight options, FlexJet, and all the other things you've done, you created, nurtured, developed. So we really appreciate everything you've done for aviation and for the children and for the future of our business. Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
I'm often known for my long speeches, but I'm going to be brief tonight for two reasons. Well, three reasons. I don't want to hear the dreaded music. And I'm also known to like a cocktail, and it's time to go to the bar. But also being in the presence of so many well-deserved aviators, it has me just a little bit speechless. So congratulations to all the fellow recipients. It's an honor really to be in your presence. Thank you very much. You might notice in my bio that I have a law degree, and that came about because in my early aviation career, my father suggested it might be something I look into because it went from flight instructor to freight pilot to airline pilot, furloughed as an airline pilot, back to charter pilot, company went out of business, back to flight instructor. So Dad said, you know, a law degree would be a really good thing to fall back on just in case this aviation thing doesn't work out. Well, my dad passed away 25 years ago, but if he could be here tonight in this room, I think he would have to say the aviation thing worked out pretty good. Thanks, Dad. My dad he actually inspired my aviation passion. He was the chief financial officer for the Cleveland National Air Show, which was originally the Cleveland Air Races, the iconic Cleveland Air Races. And so I spent my high school years working there. In fact, my bedroom walls were decorated not with pennants of Cleveland sports teams. Well, of course, there weren't any pennants for Cleveland sports teams. But they were decorated with signatures from the Blue Angels, the Thunderbirds, the Golden Knights, the Snowbirds, and of course, the very great Bob Hoover, who I actually on occasion got to drive. What a wonderful experience I got to have in my high school years with Bob. Dad initiated my passion, but I certainly wouldn't be here tonight if other people hadn't embraced it. And I'd like to thank those people. I'd like to thank Mike Rossi, my friend, my partner for 35 years. Mike, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. To Bob Sullivan, Rick Michaels, Ed McDonald, and Michael Silvestre, all who insisted on being here tonight, if they have been for the last 30 years. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And of course, there's our very dedicated employees who, without all their passion, they provide the foundation of all of our companies, and I'm grateful to all of our employees, so thank you to our employees. I'll close tonight with one other piece of advice my dad gave me. He said, whenever you're given an award or an honor, you need to thank the women in your life. And he said you need to thank them very equally so that no one woman thing's more important than the other. So I'm going to thank the women in my life in alphabetical chronological order according to their astrological sign. Mom, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your never-ending support, encouragement. Love you. I say this all the time. I really knew how to pick a mom. For my daughter, Elizabeth, thank her for your trust, your confidence, your devotion to our family, and my daughter has a passion for aviation. Thank you, Elizabeth. And I say this all the time. I knew how to pick a daughter. And to my wife, Pamela, who I met 13,318 days ago, thank you for your enthusiasm for life, your boundless energy, and your unending love. Thank you. Thanks to all of you in indulging me in just what's been an amazing evening, and I'm so proud to have this award. Thank you.